Hey, today I'm going to be making a song from scratch. I'm not sure what it's going to sound like. I'm thinking maybe some kind of indie, synthy, something with guitars. I might actually just start out with the guitar. So I'm going to be using my modeling amp, which is down here, but I've got the Spider V remote, which means I can shape the tone within the computer. So I'll just plug that in now. So I've just crafted a tone in the computer app for my guitar amp, and it sounds like this now. So it's got lots of slow chorus, and it sounds very warbly and lo-fi. Let's just roughly put those in place, and then I can record something else. Alright, let's record in something else, and let's change up the tone a tiny bit too. Let's see how this sounds. Sick. Alright, cool. I'm gonna pan these while I'm here. 30 for that one, and then 20 for these more distorted ones. So we end up with this. Alright, next I want to add some bass. I feel like I just need that in my life now. I think I might get that last bit a little bit tighter. Yeah. Sick. Alrighty, so I got a pretty nice bass line going there, I think. So the timing could be better, but I think that it sounds alright for now. We can fix that up later. I'm no stranger to warping audio. So I'm just going to find a drum kit to put behind this. I'm thinking something kind of drum machine soundings, so I'm not too concerned about how live it is. Alright, I'm just going to start with this one. You can always change it. If we don't vibe it, switch out some of the drums. Woo! Hot. Why have these all got Australian names? Is this Australian pack or something? Okay, now I'm just going to do a little bit of processing to make things mesh better together. Now I'm going to start thinking about the reverb. I'm going to use the hybrid reverb just because it's got tons of really nice presets. Let's just chuck one in there, see how it sounds. Kind of like this one. So let's blend that in. Alright, let's do the same for the distorted guitars. Oh, it's on the wrong thing. Just to get that real shoegaze, lo-fi kind of sound, I like low passing my distorted guitars because all of that really bright crunch, if you're consistently low passing it, there's this effect where your brain kind of understands the context of the sound, so it doesn't sound too muffled after a while. The song just has that texture to it where it's like, oh, that's just how the guitars sound. I think I might make another reverb that's a bit longer just to really send it. Maybe Wide Hallway, I don't know. Might add a little bit of a flanger to that as well. Just something subtle. Alright, and let's mix that in. Alright, next I'm going to mix the bass in. I think I'm just going to EQ and compress it and maybe saturate it a little bit in this order. Sometimes with these genres, you don't really want the bass to be too loud. You just want it there to give some indication of what the chord is in the chord progression. And I'm just going to use the compressor to bring out some of the transients a little bit, not too much because you don't really want a punchy bass in this kind of genre. Alright, let's see how that's sounding now. In my experience, when it comes to making the bass sound groovy, you don't generally want it to be before the beat. You can get a little bit of leeway with doing it after the beat, and that's where it feels swung and stuff, but shuffling basses, in my experience, I haven't really figured out a good way to make that work, so I always try and keep it after the beat. And it's unfortunate because when I play, I do tend to play before the beat a little bit. It's a very fine science, I found. Alright, let's start putting the drum in that space that we made. And let's also turn off the reverb that's, and the flanger. I don't want a flanger on it. Oh, it's called, so because it's got flanger on a drum kit, it's like Tame Impala and the reverb, who is famously from Western Australia. Alright, let's check this out with the reverb on the drums. Cool, okay. Now we need something to give this a little bit more rhythm. So in the next 10 minutes, I'm just gonna finish this off with a little bit of keyboard. I think I'll use Phase Plant, just see what kind of keys are in here. Got my little keyboard right here. Oh man, there's a lot of latency when I'm running it through the video recordings. We'll see how we go. Might just switch audio drivers and you can get the camera audio for this part because I cannot record like that. That's sounding good. I'm going to switch over to the reverb that I've made so that it meshes better with the rest of the instruments. So and the way that it's being delayed within the phase plant plugin means that each of the delays are also going to be reverbed, and I think that sounds a bit more natural when mixing stuff together. Having a reverby sound with dry delays just doesn't quite fit in. It doesn't logically make sense. So let's see how we can EQ this. I want to make some room in the guitar for the keys to sit. So I'm going to use track spacer and then sidechain that to the keys. And then that means the frequencies which are being used up by the keys will be detracted from the guitars. So you basically want to just turn up the amount knob until it starts to ruin the character of the sound. And then we'll solo them together and see how they fit. Usually the signal is a lot louder, so I'll only have it around like 10%, but because the keys are pretty quiet, we'll just put it up like that. So I've just copied it over to the crunchy guitar layer, just to do the same thing, maybe a little bit less. And I also feel like this is still a bit too bright. Okay. I might just add in one more instrument, just a really quick, something to just fill out some of the space between the notes. I'm just going to use phase plant again, and I'm going to pick a pad. Sure, that'll do. And I'm going to copy over the MIDI from this one, and I'm just going to take one of the notes, maybe the bass note, but I'm going to put it on top of everything instead of below. Why is it sustaining like that? Stop. Okay, that's really weird. Alright, whatever. Let's put this up. Alright, because this is being a pain in the ass, I'm just going to freeze it. And then I'm going to chop off the endings. Oh man, I never got those little transitional things from the guitars. Alright, there's one. Alright, now I'm just going to duplicate this out a few times, maybe give it a little bit of progression. So, no bass to begin with. Do we have a note ride? What the hell is this? God, this snare sucks. Why did I choose this? Anyway, that's the beat. Thank you for watching. I don't think the camera's still working anymore, so I'm just pointing to nothing. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. And I hope next time everything goes a little bit smoother, because practice makes perfect. And on that note, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Cheers.